Hello, in this quick video, this is going to be about the causes and effects of the Vietnam War. Probably one of the wars that I really enjoy teaching the most. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out and we can sit down and have a little study session about it. But this is going to be about the causes and effects, starting with the causes. And with Vietnam, it all starts from an idea called domino theory, where if one Asian country falls to communism, so will the rest. And the U.S. thought process behind this is a policy called containment, where they're not going to go and fight communism where it is, but the idea is we're going to keep it from spreading. So this is where we get started in the Korean War, and eventually also Vietnam, is both countries are at threats of being taken over by communist forces, communist regimes. Therefore, we're going to step in and try to contain that to keep it from spreading. Ultimately, Vietnam War is going to start with an issue in the Gulf of Tonkin and President LBJ, where two destroyers in the Gulf of Tonkin off the northeast coast of Vietnam reported having shots fired at them by some North Vietnamese soldiers. And with this, LBJ gets something called the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution passed, where they can retaliate against these firings against the two U.S. destroyers. And that eventually leads to Operation Rolling Thunder, where we go and bomb North Vietnam, especially Hanoi, the capital of the North. And we have ground forces fighting the Viet Cong, the communist regime there in Vietnam that's trying to take over communist rule. Which is going to lead us to the effects here. Eventually, when the war is over, right now we have a North and South Vietnam. But with the fall of the South capital city of Saigon in 1975, it's going to become a unified country, just Vietnam, but it's going to be a communist country. And today it's no longer called Saigon. It's after the Vietnamese leader. It's called Ho Chi Minh City. We're going to see something called the War Powers Act. And this limits the president's ability to send troops into foreign hostilities across seas without congressional approval, trying to prevent another future Vietnam. War is not cheap, and it cost billions of dollars for the U.S. to engage in fighting against the Viet Cong in Vietnam. And an easy way to fix that was with the raising of taxes. Nixon really didn't want to do that, and we're going to see inflation, which is going to be with the increased cost of goods, but the value of dollar is going to be the same. Many people are going to question the containment policy because it was ineffective in Vietnam and also in Korea. So we're starting to question, why are we fighting a word? Why are we fighting communism instead of a specific country? So people start to question our relationship with containment and stopping communism. And though not really in effect, it's also important to know that Vietnam was the most protested war in U.S. history. This is going to be a big rise in the counterculture, the hippies, those that come out to protest the war and question, why are we actually involved? So thanks for watching. As always, stay curious, stay inspired. Until next time, happy learning.